Do you know what would immediately, like in this very day, improve in a way that's obvious to you every single relationship you have with every single other? This one thing. Get a notebook, dedicate it to this process, call it my book of positive aspects, and on the first page write the name of the person, and then make a list of positive aspects. And don't start with the hardest ones. Start with the easiest ones. It'll go better for you. But even if it's someone that you have to strain to even think of a positive aspect, find one. This person is not here right now. Write it down. Find one. After you write 2 or 3, that's enough. A little over a minute in is enough for the trending to begin. And now your inner being will make suggestions which you will feel. You'll find yourself remembering that funny joke, or that great laugh, or that helpfulness, or that spontaneity, or that tender moment. Things that match what you already wrote will start to come to you until you will find yourself almost rampaging with a little practice on this list of positive aspects about this person. And it is our promise to you, your very next rendezvous with them or about them will feel better to you than it has been feeling. You'll rendezvous with thoughts about them that will feel good. You might even have an encounter about them that will feel good. But it is not possible when you join positive forces with your inner being who adores this person. It is not possible for you to attract something that doesn't feel good from them when you're on that wavelength. Now, it might take you a little while because there are pros and cons and pluses and minuses, and you've been beating the drum of both. Often for most people, the people that you want to write in this book are people that you've practiced more of the things that don't feel so good. But why would you do that? For a very good reason. You want to feel good and you don't, so it feels like something that you should do something about. So you've been thinking about it a long time. Why can't I get along with this person? Or why doesn't this person like me? Or why don't they be different than they are? Because you want to feel good with every fiber of your being, and you don't, and so you're hard after it all the time, but you're trending in opposition to your inner being, so you don't have that extra. Oh, and it's extra. That attraction power is so extra. If we can convince you of only one thing in the time that we're here with you today, it is that you want to join those positive forces with your inner being who adores you and knows where everything you want is and will point right at it. Day after day, thought after thought, dream after dream, rendezvous after rendezvous. The path of least resistance. Oh, here it is. Haven't said this to you before. The path of least resistance, far and away, the path of least resistance is when you are in concert with your inner being who has no resistance. That's the path of least resistance. Join forces with the non-resistant, all-knowing, understanding the worthiness of you and everyone else, part of you, and watch what you extract from everyone if that's your point of attraction. And get on some website or begin watching some program where you're pushing against everybody and therefore not joining your inner being, and feel yourself lose your power for good and gravitate toward things that you do not want to see in others. There's a lot of variety in others. There's a lot of variety in everyone. Your alignment, your connection to your inner being is not like a college degree where once you get it, it's yours forevermore. It either is or it isn't in the moment, and you can tell by the way you feel whether it is or it isn't. And if it is, rock on. If it isn't, do something about it. And the best thing that you might be able to do is just look down. The best thing that you might be able to do is just say, excuse me, I need to take a nap. My mother's calling me, something. There's something. I gotta go. Oh, whoops. Oh, gotta take care of this. Shh. In other words, there's something important calling. There's a vibration calling me to some place other than where I'm standing right now. Because where I'm standing right now, I'm focused upon the opposite of everything I want. Can you imagine what it would be like to get to live with somebody, be up close to somebody on a really regular basis, who, when you weren't with them, practiced loving you? When you weren't with them, made lists of your positive aspects, got all excited about the best in you, and when you're with them, that's what they evoke from you. Ooh. Don't you want to do that for other people too? Don't you just want to get the best out of people? And so it's helpful when you're getting something less than the best from somebody. Remember this one thing: you attracted it, they didn't give it to you. So they're spewing their venom and you say, I'm sorry I asked for that. Not with my behavior, because I'm quite perfect behaviorally, but I expected you to be mad at me, and here you are. And so I take full responsibility for this avalanche, this hair black blowing experience that you can't help yourself because you're not as practiced at thoughts as I am. Don't say any of that. Don't say any of that. But you heard it, didn't you? What you get is what you're asking for. Your attractor is always on, and you can tell by the way you feel.